Hey guys, Daniel Master 87 here. It's been a while. Today I'm finally going to be making a video on the latest Dead by Daylight update, which really came out like a week or two ago, but anyway, it brought a remastered Haddonfield, which I have mixed feelings on. It brought the reworked Legion, which I very much approve of, and the reworked Ghostface, which is gonna make him pretty much as weak as he was before. So let's go through these things one by one. I'm gonna start with Ghostface because his changes are the least flattering. Him and Legion got add-on passes, basically changing most, if not all, of their add-ons. There's a ton of cool but also kind of useless stuff on the both of them. Decreases time to mark a survivor, that's a good general add-on to have. Increases movement speed while stalking. Why would you want to move while you're stalking? You'd want to lean because it's automatically 2 times faster marking. Increases mark duration, fine. Survivor that reveals the ghost face is inflicted with Oblivious, so you can actually punish people who try to reveal you, because they did some dumb change with Ghostface, so now his getting revealed is even easier for some reason. And you might notice my stick doing what it's doing right now. I have a stick drag, and I would have fixed it before the video, but there's apparently no tiny screwdrivers in this whole freaking house, so we're just gonna deal with it. There's probably one of these brown add-ons that I don't have because I use them all up, but it's probably nothing special. Survivor that's marked is affected with Oblivious, so... Oh yeah, forgot to mention. Whenever Ghostface marks someone, that marked person cannot break him out of cloak anymore. It has to be someone else who breaks him out. So this would ensure that even if he got broke out after marking someone, the marked person would still not be able to see his red stain or anything. Survivors that are marked reveal their auras for 5 seconds when performing rushed actions. That's kind of cool. It's like mixing in a mini eyeball ears, and I like when they do add-ons like this, like just making it a smaller version of a perk that killer has. I think that's really cool. Increased duration of killer instinct after being revealed, blah blah blah. Night Shroud remains active after a failed basic attack. Just don't miss your attacks. That's all you have to do to not need this add-on. Breaking a pallet or wall immediately recharges Night Shroud. That's nice. Crouched movement speed increase. Don't really care. I think... I mean, I don't know. Using Ghostface's crouch ability around loops is probably weaker than Pig using her dash attack around loops. Like, unless you're at a very specific tile where the survivor literally can't see you or whatever, this isn't gonna do anything, because oftentimes they can just angle their camera a little bit upwards to see over whatever small wall or whatever you're trying to crouch under, and they'll just see you. These add-ons baffle me right here. Survivors that are on a hook state take 3 seconds to reveal the ghost face instead of just immediately. So instead of making it to where survivors that are on hook just can't reveal ghost face, which would have been the logical add-on to make here, they just said, oh no, it just takes them longer. And there's another add-on here somewhere. Yeah, survivors that are in the dying state take 3 seconds to reveal Ghostface. Just don't let them reveal him. That's what these add-ons should be. Reduce terror radius by 8 meters while crouching. What the heck's that gonna do? After being marked, survivors inflicted for exhaustion for 5 seconds. Makes no sense. You'd want to insta-down them. I mean, unless... Because the majority of survivors, if they're running an exhaustion perk, are going to be running dead hard. And so if you're downing them while they're healthy by marking them, which is what you're supposed to be doing with this add-on, they're probably not going to be able to use dead hard anyway, because you know they're healthy. But I suppose if they have sprint burst or something, then you can deny them that with this add-on. I'm actually kind of surprised they added an exhaustion add-on, because survivors complain that exhaustion add-ons are BS, and yet they won't give an actual reason for why that is. A survivor that reveals Ghostface is inflicted with exhausted for 5 seconds. That's another exhaustion add-on, wow. 2 in a row. But yeah, that's probably not going to do much either. The Ghostface gains 10% movement speed for 5 seconds after marking a survivor. This one is actually kind of cool, because you go from 110% to 125% movement speed for 5 seconds. That is not anything to scoff at, I don't think. This might be one of his best new add-ons. Decrease the maximum range at which the Ghostface can be revealed while Night Shroud is active by 8 meters. So not much has changed with that. I don't think it really helps that much. You just can't reveal him cross-map. Instantly recharge Night Shroud after a successful basic attack that puts the survivor into the dying state. I forget what his Iridescent add-on was before. Did they change this one? The auras of all survivors are revealed for 7 seconds when a marked survivor is put in the dying state. I think they improved this one, because I think it used to be something dumb like survivors outside of your terror radius or whatever are revealed when you down a marked person. But yeah, that's basically all Ghostface got. So it's gonna make him nowhere near viable, but these add-ons are improvements, definitely, even though they could have done much better. And I'm gonna send us to the Haddonfield so that we get to see it at least once. So, as you might know, the 2 killers that got reworked, Ghostface and Legion, got their own new chase music. People universally say that Legion's chase music is really good, and that they want to play the killer just for that, which is happy to hear, because it is really good new chase music. With Ghostface new chase music, they say the opposite. I think they exaggerate a lot of these people, but they're like, it hurts my ears, I want to DC against Legion when I hear his chase music, and it's like, yeah, from the Ghostface perspective, when you're hearing that chase music all the time, it might get annoying just hearing it over and over again, but I don't think it's like causing nausea or whatever, which people are claiming. Maybe with a minority of cases, because I know my friend Gemini says he doesn't want to play killer that much. He'll play like 1 or 2 rounds, but then the awful FOV starts to make him motion sick, which I believe him on that. True Talent actually mentioned whenever Ghostface got this rework that in the original player test build version of Ghostface, he used to be able to reapply stock whenever someone was marked, like it would go down, but as long as he was still in Night Shroud, he could like lean around in the corner and then reapply that stock that had gone down. And I think that would have been a really cool idea for them to bring back, but they, for some reason, didn't do that. So Haddonfield, which we're going to, if you wanted to make the argument that it was stronger or weaker than the previous Haddonfield, I really couldn't give you my opinion on that. I mean, I really don't like it because the map seems huge, even though it isn't in some senses. But it's as if every single pallet is safe. That's honestly what it feels like. Maybe with an anti-loop killer or someone else with like a strong ability or a ranged ability, then it's not that way. But against killers like Ghostface, they're not going to be able to deal with these loops, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So it's huge, loaded with god loops and unmineable pallets, and oh dear, we just got a 2-killer lobby. Wait, I have hatchets. Where are these people? Let me get the healthy person. Team up. You know what? This is either a hacker or this is that spirit killer bot I saw. I think it's a hacker. I have 2 infantry belts. Oh, I need to... No, you revealed me. I'm gonna try and kill these guys so I can get this game to end, because I don't want a DC, because that's gonna screw up my video. Move! You are such a jerk. Freaking spirit's body blocking me. Why did you reveal me? My own guy. Yeah, here's that music people were complaining about. Why is it not showing that they're marked? These are the problematic loops I'm talking about. There's no mind game here. This game's in a rough spot where there's like hackers everywhere. Okay, bamboozle. I can't tell if this person's still marked or not. Yep. Okay. Where's that other person? Oh my gosh. Well, this was a waste of time. Yeah. Let's try again. They freaking spawned on our side, bro. I really don't like this map, but with that kind of start, this match is gonna go fine. So don't hit the lorry if we can avoid it. Yeah, see? I was like behind the corner and she revealed me. I think they made Ghostface's Night Shroud recovery faster though. As you can see, we almost have it back already. Who the heck? Couldn't even see that person. Oh. My bad. No, you can't do that twice. That's the lorry, I think. Dead hard, I think. Of course, there's a pallet there. I am leaning. Bro. This could go south real quick. She's gonna take a protection hit, let's just get out of the way. I'll gladly interrupt this heal. Dead hard. Where is this person? Got the strong variation, I feel. And someone was coming in for a protection hit. Oh, person on the ground revealed me again. This is bad. I don't even think we can regen anymore. Let's block this. Can we catch her in time? It's still blocked. Bullcrap. That was my hit. That's what it should have happened a long time ago. No one on this gen. Aim dressed. I did not want to hit the pallet. Another pallet. This is what I'm talking about when people say just break the pallet instead of trying to mind game it, because it's faster, I say. Because like, no. If I break this pallet, they just run to the next one. So Bloodlust 2, we're moving at 125% and we can't catch this person, as you can see. 130. So at the weakest pallets in the game, we can't catch someone at 130%. And they don't make any mistakes, it's like they've got mind reading capabilities. Could have baited that. Break one of these, please. So we've got 6 stacks of Save Us for Last, and oh my god, they almost flashlight saved after all of that. Would have been great if we had no Ed or No Way Out. Although I can't remember who I hooked, so... She's still here. You gotta drop that pallet. She's 1 tap off. Where's the other people? I saw no scratch marks heading this way. Dead hard after all of that. Thank God that counted. Yeah, I heard you. Are you gonna CJ tech? These pallets are never ending, man. Are you kidding me? I need everyone injured. I need to get this Nancy. Then I can make the pallet. Oh, she's up. She wouldn't have Dead Hard back already, would she? Come on, bro. The crouch confused her there. Dead Hard to the pallet. Wow. I am dead. Dead! I'm getting no one now. Because I'm pretty sure they just put down a circle of healing. I just heard someone running. Bro. Can't get her now. Okay, I thought she was gonna misdirect. I can't hear her. Trolled. But then she's still got this pallet, doesn't she? This 10-second longer mark is gonna help. Of course. You're gonna die to endgame collapse now. Oh no 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 no! Why did I do that? Her mark just freaking ran out, bro. Yeah, no change in Ghostface's strength at all. He might even be worse than before because his reveal mechanic is messed up. It's crazy to me how it does blow my mind that even with Bloodlust 3 I couldn't catch that person. Now the Legion changes. Add-ons. So for brown rarity, this gives blindness for 60 seconds. That's pretty good. While you're in Feral Frenzy. Decreases Feral Frenzy recharge time by 5 seconds. That's alright. Increases Feral Frenzy duration by 2 seconds. Increases the duration of lunges during Feral Frenzy by 0.3 seconds. That's an interesting add-on idea. Here's his joke add-on, which is actually a useful one. The Legion's movement speed in Feral Frenzy is 4.6, so you're just going normal speed. But it increases the duration of Feral Frenzy by a whopping 10 seconds, and you get more blood points. There's a build where you can combine that with this next add-on, the Mural Sketch, which increases your speed bonus per hit in Feral Frenzy to 0.3 meters a second. So you're going faster and faster each person you hit, which is actually one of the base changes they made to this killer. For each person you've hit in Feral Frenzy, you go like 5% faster on each person, which obviously helps you to get those frenzy hits off more often, not the crap that would happen all the time where you would hit someone with Feral Frenzy and then everyone would just hold forward away from you and you would never be able to catch them. That's what smart survivors would do anyway. And also, another base change they made to him. After your 4th Frenzy hit, the 5th one will instantly down someone, like no matter what. Which is obviously one of the things that pushes him towards viability, but no, this killer is still going to be a joke like Ghostface against top level. He's not going to be viable. Even with this build that I'm going to talk about later, because we're actually going to play 2 matches with this killer, because I think the other one is just that noteworthy. The Legion is stunned while in Feral Frenzy. The power gauge refills once the duration of the stun ends. That's confusing wording, but basically if you're stunned while in Feral Frenzy, you get your power back. Just like Spirit has an add-on that does that, I believe. Oh, and this is a mixtape add-on. All of these mixtape add-ons now alter the Legion's chase music a little bit. Like it adds a new layer of music or whatever to it, and I think you can combine the effects of these to make some like crazy music combinations. But at the end of the day, once you've had your fun with all that, you're gonna be wanting these simply for their effectiveness, not the music. People hit with Feral Frenzy, Oblivious for 60 seconds, Mangled, Broken. Wait, survivors who self-mend a deep wound from Feral Frenzy are inflicted with Broken. But you have to mend, so I guess this is a buff to the old one, where you know, you would hit a survivor and it would instantly apply Broken for 60 seconds, but it takes like, I don't know, 12 seconds or something, 9, to heal the deep wound. and then you've already gone down to like 50 seconds or something. So you're actually like getting 40 seconds or something when you factor everything in of broken. So now this is like, no, only after they start mending do they get the broken effect. Increases killer instinct detection range by 20 meters. Shows the auras of survivors who are mending within a 24 meter terror radius. So it's like a mini Nurse's Calling. I'm sure this is one of the add-ons people complain about because they have this mindset again, like the Gen Defense mindset, that anything the killer can use, they automatically, in that person's mind, are using it. Because they're like, Legion's OP now because he's injuring you all the time and he always knows where you are, and it's a mending simulator, even though he plays the exact same as he does before. His counterplay hasn't changed at all. They just don't like seeing him all the time because he's the new killer and everyone wants to play him. During Feral Frenzy, from the second hit onward, survivors drop their items, so it's like a mini Franklin's. Survivors who mend a deep wound have Hemorrhage. That reminds me, Hemorrhage rework also. They changed it from just you leave more blood on the ground to something actually useful, which is like, if you don't finish your heal, then the heal bar starts to regress. And they used to have that on the PTB, like with your recovery meter while you were on the ground, which was a little annoying because you would basically have to hold the button down or else your meter would go down. And I thought that was kind of dumb, and I thought it was kind of dumb too, so they removed that. So this only affects regular healing. And the devs think that the new Hemorrhage is going to help against things like Circle of Healing, and I don't think it is, because it's still either self-care healing speed or a healing boost if a teammate's healing them. So I'm not going to be bothered by it at all. So it's really like, if you know you can't finish the heal, don't start healing. You need to heal from beginning to end. And maybe the killer interrupts you, but in my experience, that's not a common thing unless they have Nurse's Calling. And Nurse's Calling is not that popular a perk. It has not been for a very long time. The auras of survivors who self-mend a deep wound from Feral Frenzy are shown for 4 seconds afterwards. Okay, so this shows while they're mending, and this shows after they finished healing a deep wound. So you could pair those together to like see their auras all the time. Frank's Mixtape. I believe this used to be 2 separate add-ons that they decided to put into one, which is a smart idea. While using Feral Frenzy, your power gauge, it says at the bottom, pauses while you're doing either of these things. Damage generators 20% faster, damage breakable walls is 30% faster. So there would be these times where you have the instinct to kick a gen, but it's like, well, if I do that, then I'm wasting tons of time on my frenzy, and this add-on says, don't worry about that, because you're not actually going to be wasting time, because it pauses the timer. Filthy Blade increases time required for survivors to mend. I think they got rid of that one add-on that's like your deep wound timer goes down faster, and the devs said they did that because, well, it would encourage bad gameplay or something, when it literally like is like the most confusing and like not even worth it a lot of the time things that you could play Legion with. Because I think when survivors would vault things, or when Legion would walk backwards towards them so that he's technically not initiated in a chase with them, then their deep wound would go down. And if you could keep interrupting the survivor doing their deep wound for long enough, then they would just go down to that naturally. But that to me wastes so much time, just like trying to get to Bloodlust 2 and 3, that you're getting less downs by playing that way anyway, so I'm not sure why the devs tried to remove a niche gameplay style like that. It doesn't make any sense. This is one of the most creative add-ons in the game, the BFFs, because it says you earn tokens for hitting survivors during Feral Frenzy. A second chained hit would be 2 tokens, third is 3 tokens, fourth is 4 tokens, and fifth is 5 tokens. Once the exits are powered, if you have 15 or more tokens, it used to be 30 originally, then you'll gain a 4% movement speed just as a boost while not using Feral Frenzy. So you could pair this with Noed, play with your food, all kinds of stuff, to make like a really fast in-game Legion. Sadly, this only comes in when you've already lost the game already, so not sure how good that's going to be. Iridescent Button, this is the one where any pallets you vault are immediately broken. I guess they removed the thing where your terror radius plays over the whole map while you have this add-on. And then Fuming Mixtape, they changed it. Used to be just that the repair progress of generators could be determined by the intensity of their auras while you're in Feral Frenzy, which is kind of the same thing as Wraith's All-Seeing Spirit. They added another effect to this add-on, that generators not being worked on regress. And they regress at normal speed, not at ruin speed or anything. So this could help to start regressing the gens that people have decided to leave on like 15% and then just switch to another gen or whatever. But overall, I question the overall usefulness of this add-on. But I think we're finally going to get into a match and see how the new Legion plays out. Alright, let's do this. Waiting for discordance or something. Here they are. I hope I don't miss any frenzy hits, that's gonna be embarrassing. Yeah, I see you. Let's go. Oh, there's no scratch marks. I also forgot that this just makes me 115%. It's 1. Awesome. It auto-aimed me to the pallet for some reason. These guys don't waste pallets either, this is a really bad sign. I can do that one up there for all I care. Why would you not drop the pallet? Is she gonna drop it this time? Drop the freaking pallet. Got her. Two of them there. As you see, we're going a little bit faster already. Okay. 2. 3. Oh no. 4. 5. Insta down. Yeah, I hear you. Object of obsession on this guy too. So that's basically what this add-on combo does. You make your feral frenzy last so much longer. Honestly, just increase the rarity of this add-on and not make you have the slowdown on it, because it really doesn't need that. And they're all healing against Legion for some reason. He's gonna drop this pallet. Dang, I thought he would've dropped it. What? Oh, I forgot I didn't have bamboozle on this freaking killer. I was thinking it was still Ghostface or something. What? Yeah! Okay. Break this, so I don't have to deal with it later. You didn't stop me from getting the hook. Why did you do that? Vault back. Pallet here. Now you got nothing. What the heck, bro? Yeah, that better have hit. Are you really doing that? They don't fear me, as you can see. Even with my buffs, that certain survivors are saying make this killer OP. I swear to God, he's gonna have a DS. He's got object and everything else to go with it. Dead hard to the pallet. Panic. He's pointing, he's got DS still. Interrupt you. Do you have balanced or something? Yeah. His DS should be up by now and they're nowhere near. Hopefully they didn't heal under hook. Another Scourge Whip, we can hit the Gallows one. Scratch marks, where are they heading? Not on there. Scratch marks near shack. I probably should have gone for the Gallows, but I thought I was gonna find someone out positioned. Let's go. Bullcrap. I hit the other person, not you. Did he dead hard? Went out his DS again. Is there someone up here? Now they're both there. What? Window? Nope. This guy's dead once I get him though. Running back to the weak pallet. I think this guy's got the confidence but not the correct mindset of where the heck did this guy go? I need to get this guy. And just like that, all of a sudden, we're at all the gens being done. Object guy just gave himself away. Hopefully they don't find the no-ed. Yeah, I see you. It's too late. Freaking how? Bullcrap, I look down. Is he gonna slide over? Why can't I catch these guys with these supposedly weak pallets? Like there was no reason for him to go down there, he just did. I don't think no-ed walk speed's gonna be enough to get us to that gate in time. Yeah. Hopefully that gate's not done for some reason. She can just hold forward. And she's the last one in. GG. So we got to use our ability a grand total of what? 3 times? And like 2 of those we hit something we weren't supposed to and it crippled our power. Yeah. That's just with this slowing add-on. That slows you for some reason for 10 more seconds of frenzy. So we'll try a different build and see if that works any better. The build that people call OP and needs to be nerfed. Freaking rotten. This build should do good though. Okay, they just disabled our scourge hook. Much faster. I don't know, they're both there. Let's see if we can catch them in time. Ah, bull crap. I thought that was a dumb survivor going into the locker for some reason. Drop the pallet. Try to find where the others went. Oh, you're here. Probably dead hards to safety. Or just uses that. There's the other person thinking they can hide. Okay, that actually worked. Third person. Fourth person, wherever that thingy is. Priority. It gave her the priority 2 times now. Because I pressed R1 on the locker and it didn't open. Of course, now she's on the other side. Misdirect. Yes. It almost auto-aimed to the barrel and then the chase would have continued. Wait for Deadlock to finish before we hook. That's the one with the most progress. Someone messed up a skill check there. I don't know why they're healing against Legion. I guess he's just that little of a threat. It's really puts this whole thing into perspective because people are calling Legion OP now. They've been wanting him nerfed ever since he got buffed. Three. Oh yeah, they also made Legion's fatigue thing. Wow. They made his fatigue thing 1 second shorter, so it's 3 seconds instead of a whopping 4 seconds. Basement's probably better than a Scourge Hook here. They have to heal themselves to come in for the save. Only Claudette can do that right now, and she seems a little scared. You again. What? Rip off. She went through me. And I read her. Live. She went around the hill the other way. Oh man. What is going on? She's still here. I can't catch her break. The one time I try to bait it out, she's not there. You failed. No body block. Is there a Scourge Hook though, or do we not get to use our perk? I hear her pushing against me behind my back. Scourge Hook there. It gives her priority every time. She doesn't have Dead Hard though. I would have been outraged if I didn't get that hit. another Scourge Hook nearby. Just that one. No, they're gonna block it. One. Two. Holy crap. Three. Four. Five. I'm glad I'm actually getting to use my killer's ability this time around. It makes the game much more fun. Of course, that's due totally because these guys keep healing against Legion, like right now. The people who complain about Legion the most are the ones who heal against him all game, when it's like the one thing you're not supposed to do. That's David clicking. Of course she doesn't fall for it that time. He's gonna have to body block. Bullcrap. That was an auto dead horror if I've ever seen it. One. Two. Then get to these people because they're working on a gym together. 40 seconds. I lunged. I took it away. And you don't have head-on prep this time, so... that was a full lunge, not a short one. It robbed me there. Yeah, I know you're invincible at this position because of this pallet, which you somehow still messed up. People who teabag when they're like about to be killed is the most puzzling part of this game. Free hit for no reason at all. Did she dead hard that or what happened? Because that should have been a hit. Auto dead hard, 100%. That was both times I swung instantly. Another Scourge Hook here. I thought that green barrel was David for a second. Iron will exist so they can just stand in a corner right by where you walked and make zero sound. I'm not sure why I even went into that tower, but I'm pathetic garbage, the guy says. It's kind of cheap coming from a teabagger, don't you think? Was that another auto dead hard, or did it just take away my hit that was right on her? This is this guy's first hook, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, if these guys were any more efficient, I would have lost this game long ago. I'm now using my ability for distance, because why not? But I'm gonna cancel it so that it comes back quicker by the time I see another one of these guys. Scratch marks. They kept running. They're trying to go for the hook person, I think. Yeah. Bull crap. I just gave her another sprint burst because it targeted her instead of the other guy. She didn't fall for it. Bloodlust is kicking in. If she drops this pallet, auto dead hard, I told you. Oh, I wish she had blinded me, then I could have hit instantly. Because that's a tech that still exists in the game. And she's gonna make that window. I thought it was the other jungle gym, that's why I said that. Auto dead hard, and it's almost like they have wall hacks, right? This is the closest Scourge hook. God, you walk so slow when you're carrying someone. Rage quit. There's a pallet dropped over here, so I'm gonna go ahead and break it with my add-on. It's smarter to press L2 again to cancel your power instead of the other thing. Because if you swing and miss, then it acts like you actually wanted to miss instead of just giving you an increased lunge. And so it brings your power meter all the way to the bottom instead of just stopping where it is and building back up. Here's the part in the game where these guys are just going to want to hide the whole time. So as soon as we see one person, we're committing to the down. That reminds me, they also got rid of the stupid thing where doing a basic attack with Legion would deplete some of his meter. It never made any sense, and I guess the devs finally realized that it didn't make any sense, so they took it away. She's looping around here like there was a pallet there. Again, this survivor on this team got down to 2 gens. And they'd be on 1 right now. Or have them all done if they played smarter. And now that I've seen this guy, I guess I can commit to him. No pallet here, he doesn't know. Now he does. He's a David, so he might have that hard. You don't make that window. I know my windows. Oh, and it even comes back instantly, so it's not punishing. I like that. If you accidentally go into your power and then cancel it instantly, then the game is actually gracious to that, and the meter comes back instantly, you see. That's nice. Yet people say that Freddy shouldn't have the same thing. Like if you just tap his power on the gen for a second when you didn't want to, it just takes it away. And people say, that's how it should be. And I'm like, okay, why? Because if he could do that all the time, then he could just endlessly pressure gens with his teleport. And it's like, how do you figure that? Because you know he has to actually hold the teleport down for like 5 seconds or whatever it is to actually teleport. If he just taps it and then cancels it, then the survivor obviously knows that he's not teleporting. So I don't see what their argument is. Unless they think that they should be entitled to, of course she has adrenaline, that they should be entitled to him giving them free like 5 seconds of holding forward And that's why they're angry that they can't grab. Oh yeah, you can still do that. If you go into your power and you hit the person on the hook multiple times, it doesn't cancel it. You can just do it till it runs out. But look at this, all of a sudden I guess I'm just a really good Legion player because I got the 4K right. It had nothing to do with the caliber of survivors I was going against. Yes, I do still have a love-hate relationship with Blight. I don't think he's S tier. Nurse is S tier and no one comes close to her, not even him. Because people say that Nurse and Blight just ignore pallets. Nurse does, Blight doesn't. He still has to break them. And that's why people say Compound 33 is OP, because he can actually do it quickly instead of having to expend 2 of his rushes. Yeah, I've heard that loading times are bad on PC. I never understood it because people would always be saying like, I have to wait 10 or 20 minutes to get into killer queue, and it's like, how is that possible? I get in freaking seconds on console. Even with Survivor, it's not 5-minute loading times, even though we like to exaggerate and call it that. It's more like 2 or 3 minutes. But at certain times of the days, the Survivor queue is just as quick as a faster queue almost. It's like 30 seconds of wait time. I've thought about doing a type of video where I just laugh at people's bad takes that I've seen on the forums. Because I've pretty much abandoned being involved in the forums. Because I have all these ideas and good arguments and stuff, and people just ignore it. And so I feel like I'm just wasting my time writing all these paragraphs of stuff just for these people to be like, lol, no. It's either lol, no, or it's people writing a paragraph out why I'm wrong on every account. Which isn't possible. I mean, I can't be wrong on everything. But there are some really crazy takes on there that I think it would make for some interesting videos. Especially if I got Gamma on and we talked about it. So here's reworked Haddonfield at last. We got robbed of it with that 2-killer game that we had earlier. When this update initially came out, flashlights were broken, like they auto-aimed at the ground for some reason, and so you couldn't use them. And then this latest patch they did, it seems like my toolboxes aren't working for some reason. That's another corrupted gen. That's another corrupted gen. Why do you have a gen right there and then one in the house right there, by the way? This house is not always open, and it seems to be a pretty strong one. Wow. These windows. It's like the killer mind games himself chasing someone into there. How long has what been abandoned? Did I hear a hex right here? Oh, he's right there. Strong window. he gonna go for a shred? Franklin's as well, so I can't even see if my toolbox isn't working. I wonder if there's a totem that can ever spawn up here, because it seems like there's just nothing in these houses, as detailed as they are. These stairs are freaking huge, by the way. That person's trying to disable that portal. Here's a totem we can get. Might as well get rid of it, because if someone boons here, the killer's gonna know immediately where it is. Looks like someone's working on a gin at least, while I'm screwing around doing totems. This house is the new basement house, I think, through that doorway, before you get to the hole. I don't know where he is. But yeah, this map is freaking huge, can't you tell? And people are like, no, this map is 100% killer-sided because you can just 3-gen and automatically win because there's dead zones. I've seen the scenario play out exactly 0 times on this map. The forums haven't been abandoned, I've abandoned the forums. Because the people on there have abandoned, like, logical, intellectual discussion. Because there's a few smart people on there who will occasionally agree with what I say, like, Adrenaline Vial is not OP. Because it was terrible before and all they did was reduce the turning rate penalty. And people are like, no, it's OP. It has too many effects on it. And it's like our add-ons of green rarity and high are not supposed to have significant effects, or they're just supposed to be like browns, where they barely improve the killer's power at all. Because that's literally what they're saying, even though they won't admit, yes, that's what I'm saying. Misdirect him if we can. Yes, YouTube comments as well, although I mostly watch True Talent, so I don't see those bad takes as much. They're usually in the minority on those videos, although they are consistent. Because they're like, what are you guys talking about that Legion's not OP? He can just injure you the whole game. And it's like, well, that hasn't made him S tier before, now has it? Because notice as soon as Legion gets buffed, everyone stops complaining about Nurse and Blight. And then when he gets nerfed, they're gonna go back to complaining about Nurse and Blight because they killed their own killer variation, which was easy to counter. Yes, you can easily prevent a 3-gen from ever happening by just doing a gen in the middle of the map. Come with me, please, so we can heal faster in the boon's range. You can see sometimes if the killer is planning a 3-gen from the beginning. And you can just do one of the key gens that they need and prevent the whole thing. Stop. Stop. Why can't I heal her? Okay, you don't want me to heal you. Cool. My screen lagged for a second there. There was this Demogorgon game last night I was getting so angry at because literally all he had was like Hex the Third seal. And he was slugging everyone with Save the Best for Last and stuff, and my teammates just gave the game to him. On a silver platter. Because survivors have an astounding ability in this game to like constantly want to get slugged next to each other. Protection hit maybe. If you run down to the House of Pain, I'll stop taking a hit for you, because we'll just end up sandbagging each other. Stop, so we can heal. Stop. He's no longer coming. These are the same survivors who will run to the edge of the map to want to get healed. You saw how hard I had to push that Michaela to come over to this side to get healed. Which, to be fair, this Boone's range was not as far as I thought it would be. Like, it ends right there. So we had to go out of our way quite a bit to get to it. Everyone that runs the plague perk that blocks all the gens, that's corrupt intervention. And the reason you see tons of killers using that is because the beginning of the game is the weakest spot for killer out of the whole match. Because for some reason survivors' spawn points are like on top of the generators. And so by the time the killer has downed his first person after like a 20-second chase or whatever, 2 gens instantly get done. Because the survivors jumped right on the gens the second they could. And corrupt intervention helps prevent that. That's why I think it's baffling how people try and argue that lethal pursuer is better than corrupt intervention. They're like, corrupt is only good on killers that need to set up, like plague, sorry, not plague, trapper and hag. And it's like, where do you come to that conclusion? Would Legion or Leatherface or Wraith or whoever not benefit from that perk as well? Destroying these portals, messing up this killer's stuff. Crutch gamers. I wouldn't even say... If you've played killer enough in this game, you get to a certain point where you realize that slowdown perks are needed just for you to play the game normally. Like, killers aren't using them legitimately to give themselves some kind of advantage over the survivors. It's like, use these perks and crap, or else you don't get to play, basically. Because you'll get 3 hooks and then, oh wait, all the gens are done already. And I know it's hard sometimes for you to see that from the survivor point of view if you're playing solo. Because the matchmaking with this game when it comes to solo queue is hideous. Like, you'll be paired with people who have no clue what they're doing. And so it can make it seem like killers don't need those perks. But as soon as you get to survive with friends or just solo queue survivors who know what they're doing, then it very much appears the opposite. Is he gonna shred me? We're in Circle of Healing. If he lets us heal ourselves, then yep. One of the worst recently, what? This killer's trying desperately to get a 2 gen or a 3 gen going. Okay, this gen's been done. So we have the 2 gens at the houses that are being done. And then there's one other one that we need to find soon. Even as bad players. Yes, but if you're not bad survivors, that's what I'm trying to argue. Survivors don't even have to be good at looping or anything to beat killers, they just have to be quick on generators. These guys need to be pushing and stop giving the killer free hits all the time. If we could destroy this other portal here as well, that would be devastating for him. Oh good, they found the 3rd gen. I was gonna start looking for it if things didn't go our way. Yes, Lethal Pursuer is one of the worst parts to come out. Because there's a niche thing you can do on Pinhead where you like see the survivors spawn and try to find where the box spawn, because it's always going to be far away from both you and the survivors. And perhaps on Wraith or Blight, who can get across the map really quick, it's useful to see where survivors are because you can instantly go to them and instantly get in chase. But I mean, to say that that is better than Corrupt, which blocks the generators for 2 minutes, is ridiculous. Probably should have gone for the gate before going for the guy. Okay, if you want to get it. Body block her, because I'm a good teammate. Why'd you go in the house? What are you doing? We can't heal tech now, it's too far gone. Let me heal you. I can heal him, and then I can heal myself with inner strength if he doesn't come over here. And he is coming over here, isn't he? Yep. He's being very not smart right now. I got scared and pushed out. Sorry, person on the hook. But I'm not gonna sacrifice my life to ensure you escape because I need my MMR to go up. Because against a good team right there, the Demogorgon would not have got 1 kill. So I want to raise my MMR so I can be with those teams. Yeah, Hag can be overrated because it just takes one person getting rid of her traps, running around and doing that in order for her to be crippled. Otherwise, she's really good, especially against people who aren't Swoof. And Chainsaw Guys, Hillbilly's in a rough spot. Leatherface, not so much. I mean, he can't go for chases normally, but he can guarantee someone dies just from downing them and hooking them one time. And then Oni, he's in a weird spot, because when he's in his power, he's like the best killer in the game or whatever. But you have to injure survivors and collect blood, so that's not as useful. And I forgot to change my challenge to a survivor challenge. I absolutely cannot use Oni because his controls were not made for console. Because I go into my power and I get close to Survivor and then I just freak out. And even though I try to track their movement, like when they move left or they move right, it never seems to connect to them. So that's why I don't play Oni. Well, I know people aren't going to like to hear this, but Corrupt Intervention is objectively stronger than Lethal Pursuer. And it's pretty obvious why. People don't like objective stuff, they like everything to be up to opinion. Except for when it's in their favor, because some people like Aughts will say that if you just play good enough as killer, you can win with any killer against any skill bracket of survivors, and it's like absolutely not true. Because there are many games out there where the killer could do nothing and they still would have lost all 4 survivors out the exits. Okay. So that's the new Ghostface, the new Legion, and the new Haddonfield, and I wasn't in chase much with the killer that game, but you could see how crazy some of those windows were, right? And especially the pallets on those car loops and stuff. Like, we were barely in chase that match, and we still had so many powerful pallets and windows to use. That's what makes the map so strong. And I don't think there's anything else we need to cover in this video, although I have other video ideas that I'll be able to do later. This is Daniel Master 87 signing out.